Hello friends, welcome to our Dr. Vet channel. I am Dr. P.R. Patel, Professor Head Veterinary Medicine. In this presentation, we'll see important part of a disease rabies of part 6, and in this we'll discuss diagnosis, treatment, prophylaxis and control of very important viral disease rabies. In this slide, we will see diagnosis of rabies. First, we see collection of samples. In live animals, clinician can collect saliva, corneal, or conjunctival smear. This is very important because only these things we can detect the rabies in living animal or human beings. Collection of samples in dead animals. The clinician can see the whole carcass or severed head of the rabies suspected animal, or clinician can send, he can remove the brain, make two portions from the center, one portion in 50% glycerin saline, it is sent for biological test, the other half of the brain in Janker's fixative solution sent for the microscopy. This is a diagnosis of rabies in dead animal, and in live animal, saliva, corneal or conjunctival smear. Continue the collection of samples in dead animals. The clinician can send the brain tissue, but this brain tissue must contain certain portion: hippocampus, cerebellum, cerebral cortex, and place this material into the 50% glycerol saline to preserve the virus. Here, no refrigeration is required. So when you send the brain, it is very important to send hippocampus, cerebellum, and cerebral cortex. We have seen the collection of samples in the laboratory. The laboratory specialist will see for the Negri bodies. Negri bodies are present in large amount in pyramidal cells of Ammons horn and Purkinje cells of the cerebellum. Based on this, he will give the diagnosis. But clinicians remember, Negri bodies are demonstrated in only 80 to 85% of cases. Not all cases of rabies shows the Negri bodies. Remember again, only 80 to 85% cases of rabies shows the Negri bodies. The Negri bodies should be differentiated from intranucleation inclusion bodies produced by two diseases, important disease of dog: infectious canine hepatitis and canine distemper. So this differentiation is required between Negri bodies and intranuclear inclusion bodies. Isolation and identification of virus. This is a confirmation of disease. And in the laboratory technician isolate and identify the virus. It is a confirmatory diagnosis, and this can be achieved by animal inoculation of the rabies infected materials. Another diagnosis is demonstration of virus antigen. Demonstration of virus antigen In Amon's horn of cerebellum, corneal or conjunctival impression smear from the living animal, or skin biopsy taken from living animal from the facial area, and in submaxillary salivary gland by fluorescent antibody technique. This is very important. This fluorescent antibody technique demonstrates the rabies virus, Lyssa virus. It is very widely used and confirmatory test for the rabies. For the diagnosis of rabies, certain serological tests are very important, such as immunoperoxidase test, ELISA test, rapid immunofluorescence focus inhibition test, virus neutralization test, rapid rabies enzyme immunodiagnostic test, and very important is RT-PCR amplification technique, which is 1,000 times more sensitive than all other tests. So this test is advised for the diagnosis of rabies, RT-PCR amplification technique. Friends, you all know that when the rabies shows the clinical signs, treatment is totally ineffective. Prognosis is grave. Death is a certain. And rabies caused by Lyssa virus. So there is no specific treatment for the virus. And the dog or any other animal die after showing the clinical signs. But to reduce the number of viruses, the site of bite should be washed with plenty of running water or with the help of soap. By this way, we can reduce the number of viruses. Another important thing is that alkali prevents multiplication or replication of virus, such as sodium bicarbonate or caustic soda. So this may be used to kill the virus or to reduce the multiplication of virus. The clinician can treat the wound with a sensitive disinfectants, 2% quaternary ammonium compound or tincture iodine, very easily available, or 40 to 70% alcohol. So this above treatment can minimize the virus population. We continue here with the treatment. The wound can also be cauterized with cauterizing chemicals such as carboric acid or nitric acid. Anti-serum, anti-rabies serum, if available, can be applied locally to neutralize or to kill the virus or infiltrated around the wound. This is also a effective treatment. Treatment with anti-rabies serum given as early as possible after exposure, if possible within 5 days, after which it has no beneficial effect. Once the virus has reached the central nervous system, treatment is ineffective. And other symptomatic treatment can be given to hyper-excited or irritable animals to make them suppress sedatives or narcotic drugs can be given. And very important thing is post-bite immunization. a vaccine is available that can be used after the bite by a rabid dog. And this post-bite immunization or vaccination is used as per the suggestions or instruction of the manufacturers. We all know that rabies is a dangerous disease. Once the rabies occur, there is no successful treatment. So prophylaxis or preventive measures are very important. There are many vaccinations available into the market, commercial vaccine. That vaccination program is followed strictly as per the instruction of the manufacturer. There are two type of vaccination done. Pre-exposure vaccination means prevention of rabies, and post-exposure immunization or vaccination, that is after bite of the rabid dog. Certain important control measures are development of potent stable vaccine, and it must be cost effective. Strict prophylactic vaccination program. This is the only preventive measure of the rabies. Development of quick diagnosis facility, because as soon as the dog bite cases is observed, immediate diagnosis is very much important. Strict quarantine of the rabid animals. Important step, control of rabies in street dogs, because 95% cases are due to the bite of the street dogs. Control of street population. The street dogs, if they are controlled by ABC program, it is observed that incidences and prevalence of rabies is reduced to a great extent. Registration of dogs and compulsory vaccination. The World Health Organization has suggested important guidelines, and it must be followed strictly. Notification of the suspected cases and destruction of dogs with clinical signs and dogs bitten by suspected rabid animals. This must be followed strictly. Compulsory immunization of dogs, especially street dogs. Domestic dogs, a owner can do that, but immunization of street dog is very important. Sterilization and vaccination of the stray dogs by using baits. Epidemiological surveillance of rabies in an area gives us idea about the prevalence and incidence of rabies and its control measures. And based on epidemiological data, plan the preventive and control measures. Education of the public regarding the rabies is very much important, because public awareness brings the incidence to a brings down the incidence to a great extent. Public must know how it is spread, how the disease occur, what should be done immediately, and all this facility must be available at the doorstep or nearby. And very important thing is, the present vaccine is a very costly vaccine. So development of cost-effective vaccine, so that people can afford vaccination program. So this development of cost-effective vaccine is also very important step for the successful vaccination program. Friends, you have observed six part of rabies. It is very important from owner point of view, from attendant, from dog, from other animal, and from clinicians also. This is important. So share this information as much as possible to veterinarians, owners, and veterinary students. For the progress of this channel, requested to subscribe this channel. Thank you very much for observing this video. With this, we conclude the rabies disease.